In episode 3, we'll be featuring dinosaurs, marsh birds, endangered woodpeckers, a family of loggerhead shrikes, and much more. The last few weeks I've been to a variety of different places, and only one trip to St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge on a really rainy day, and it was really exciting to see these 4 spoonbills. Such a beautiful bird. I enjoyed filming and photographing these birds for a while, staying inside the car to try and keep dry, but eventually the rain eased off and I started to see least terns fishing alongside the road. So I spent quite some time taking even more pictures of least terns in flight. And I was really happy to get this sequence of 4 images, and these are successive images of a least tern diving in to catch a small fish. While we were parked in the lighthouse parking lot, we spotted this male orchard oriole who showed off for a while. And then on the way out we found this huge slider walking down the side of the road. A couple of days later the weather had improved and I headed down to the Bottoms Road unit, which is part of St. Mark's. And it was a very windy day, so I didn't see very much. I managed to get a short clip of this marsh wren that was singing constantly, and a clapper rail eating a fiddler crab. And then nearby at Otter Lake, I did find a northern parula, and it was impossible to film, but I got a couple of good shots of it. And then I had to head south for a work trip. Was lucky enough to have a day off and go visit Everglades National Park. My partner Lindsay had not seen American crocodiles before, so we drove all the way to the end of the park to Flamingo Marina. And we were lucky enough to see this one crocodile basking in the sun off the boat ramp, and they really do look like dinosaurs. And we stopped off at a couple of the different visitor centres at the northern end of the park, and the Anhinga Trail, which is very appropriately named. And even though it's coming to the end of spring migration, I did find a couple of warblers in the trees around the parking lot. This young male American redstart and a beautiful Cape May warbler. There's a great crested flycatcher too. And then no trip to the Everglades is complete unless you stop at Robert is Here fruit stand, which is in Homestead. And if you if you're planning on going to the Everglades, you've got to stop here and have one of the smoothies or milkshakes. They're really good. There's some birding that can be had there as well. Purple martins and collared doves, house sparrows, that kind of thing. And then in the evening after work, went to the Biltmore Hotel to look for red-masked parakeets and found a couple of those. Looked in vain to see short-tailed hawks, but I didn't see any. Here's a couple of pictures from a previous trip. And then what's kind of cool about the Miami area is all the exotic reptiles that live in the city. There's lots of iguanas. Very photographic. I was surprised to see these basilisks. I did not know that they were now living in the wild in Florida. And then one of the most sought after exotic species in the area is the grey-headed swamphen. So after the Miami trip, Marsh and I went out to the forest and visited Sam Atkins Park in Bluntstown and had really amazing looks at this beautiful Prothonotary warbler. And you can hear the Acadian flycatcher singing in the background. Here's a short clip of it. But the most fun thing we saw there was a family of Loggerhead shrikes, and they had 5 fledged young, which were keeping Mom and Dad really busy, and we watched them for quite some time. Here comes another one. See it? Just as the sun was going down, we came across a family of red-cockaded woodpeckers. Apalachicola National Forest is the best place on the planet to see this endemic endangered bird. And that was it. I appreciate you watching. If you could give me a thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you don't subscribe to my channel, I hope you will consider clicking that subscribe button. And I'll catch you next time.